Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will see how to write test cases if we have to access multiple external APIs at the same time. For that, we should have a system in place. So, I'll go to post controller and I'll create a store method. Okay, my plan is to have two external APIs. One is to get the post, another one is to create command for the post. I'll go to this website gorest.co.in. In this, we have multiple APIs listed here, but I'm interested only in two APIs. One is to list the post, another one is add comments to the post. What I will do, I'll copy this endpoint and I will store it in the post variable. I'm going to use HTTP client and method is get and URL is this one. In this, I'll take the JSON data and I'll dump this one. We'll see what we are going to get the response. In order to hit this method, we need a route, right? So I will create one test to add the comments to the post. So test name will be, it can add comments to the post. Actually, this is going to be an actual network call. We know that we need an action. Method will be get JSON and endpoint is going to be API/add comments. Okay, this is just for an example and I'm going to asset. Okay, now we will run this test. Actually, we are expecting 200 status code but received 404. The thing is that we should have a routes. Okay, so we will go to api.php and endpoint will be add comments. Okay, controller, post controller and method will be store. Now again I will run this test. So this is fine and we are getting the number of posts from that endpoint. This is actually coming from that external API, I mean from here, but we are interested only in the single post. So what we will do, we'll go to post controller. It is in the data variable, right? We'll check that. Yes, it is in the data. So we'll take the data. Okay, to get the single post, just in that 0th index and only ID. This is going to be post ID. I'll mention post ID. Next, we need to add the comments to the post. Okay, I'll copy this URL. Then this is going to be a post endpoint, right? I'll copy and paste this URL and just copy the actual endpoint. In the real time, actually, we need to mention it in the config file. We should not directly write it in here. And we need to pass some values, right? We'll see what and all we need to pass. This is post actually. Okay, in order to add the comments, first we should know what are the keys we need to consider. So we'll go to this endpoint and I'll open this particular endpoint actually. So if we see, we need to pass post ID and name, email and body. Okay, we'll come here. So we'll mention the post ID and the post ID will be the post underscore ID and name will mention like foo. Okay, and I'll create one string, random string. I'll import this helper. Then we can use this $string. Then what we need, email is going to be a, okay, I'll do one thing, string @example.in. Okay, then we need body. I'll add test body. Then I'll add this. I'll do one thing, I'll add test body and going to pass the string. I think this should be fine. Now we'll get the response and we'll store it in the comment. Instead of this one, I'll dump this comment. So we'll see what is the response we are going to get. I'll go to post test and I'll run it again. Yes, it is success, but the problem is we are getting authentication failed. Okay, we'll see. We'll go to this website. Actually, if we come down, see here they have given click here to get the access token. We need to click on this one, so it will ask to connect to the Google account. Once you connected, right, you will get the access token. I already got the access token and stored it in the app config. So I'll go to this one and post controller. Here additionally I'll pass the token. Actually it is already in the config app dot I think token. Okay, now we run the test. Yes, perfect. So it is success now. So we successfully created the comments for the post. Okay, the post ID is 123. I think it is wrong. Actually we are passing 123, but actual post ID is different. What we can do, instead of the single quote, right, so we will change it to double quotes, and now we can use curly brace post ID. Okay, again we can run the test, and yes, the post ID is 1314 and the comment is this one. Okay, this is perfect. Next, as I already mentioned in the last video, we should not make multiple network call in the real time. What we will do, we need to fake the response. I'll remove this one, we don't need this, and we'll write one more test, and method will be fake sequence to add comments. Okay, in this case we need to do the same thing, but we are going to mark the sequence, because here we have the two endpoint, right, two external APIs we need to access. One is to get the post, another one is to add the comments to the post. So first what I will do, I'll just fake the first endpoint. Okay, in order to do that we need to fake the sequence. What I will do, before I start writing, I'll go to Laravel documentation. Okay, I'll search for HTTP client, then if I go down, this is faking response, we don't need, and this one also we don't need. Actually, yeah, this is the right one. The same thing we need to do. Okay, so when we make multiple external API call to the same endpoint, right, I mean the same base URL, so this is the sequence. In the first URL, this will get hello world as a response. In the second time when we hit right, we'll get foobar as the response, and in third we'll get 404 error. What I will do, I'll just copy this one and we'll go to our test. Here we don't need 3, we need only 2. Okay, in the first one I'll remove both this foobar and this one. Okay, in this one, what is the response we need to get? Just we'll see one thing, we'll get only this kind of response, right, only the data. I'll take the data. In this one we are going to get the list of posts, correct? This is the first one and this is the second one. In here I will add ID, I'll make it 100, and 4 posts means we need title and body, right? So test title and body. I think we can add $this fake. I think we can use this fake, right? Why we are not able to use? We'll see whether it is there. Yes, we need to add with faker. Okay, now we can use a fake. I think faker and sentence. For body, faker paragraph. Sorry, I'll just copy paste it in here, and ID is going to be 101. Okay, in the second sequence we need to get this kind of response. Okay, this one also should be in the data array. Just I'll copy this one, I'll just paste it in here, I think this is fine, and post ID we will mention 100. So when we run the test, we will see what we are going to get. I'm running this test now. It is failing. Test did not perform any assertions. Now we need to hit the same endpoint and API/add comments. Okay, and set OK. We'll go to post controller. We will dump here. What is the response actually we are getting? The response should be a fake response, not from the actual HTTP. I'll run the test now. This is success now, but we need to verify whether we got the same response we marked before. This is the list of posts, right? Okay, this is new post. We have done something wrong. Yes, the problem is I have added github.com. Actually, we should add this endpoint. I will copy this one and paste it in here. Now we'll check it again. What is the response we are getting? This is perfect. In the first one, we are getting two response. One is ID 100, title is this one. Another one is 101. And while adding the comments, this is the response. Post ID is 100 and this is the response we marked, correct? So we got the same response. Okay, I'll add one more thing. Actually, we need to return the response, and response should be, this is correct. I'll run the test again. 204, oh sorry, actually this should be 204, right? So set status on the same response, HTTP no content. If I run the test again, it is passing. This is how we need to mark the HTTP sequence. So that's it guys. So this is very easy. If you have any doubt, please leave the comments below. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends.